how can we not care, guys? How can we operate without motivations? Let's go there. How can we operate without motivations? If I know what my paradise is, my North Star, what I'm walking toward, why I do what I do, why I wake up every day, why I choose to fight, why I'm doing this stream, why I'm drinking water, everything. If I know what that is now, why I want to climb the tree and reach that. Wait, what if I just don't care anymore? Even though that's my paradise, even though that's where I'm headed toward, what I want, where I'm walking toward. You guys understand? As if that still exists, if I'm like, I need that paradise. Do you all understand that at any point, they have these two strings then to pull me in the direction that they want? Could that help push us? Only at the beginning. Think about it like this. Do you only do if bad occurs in your life? Would you guys clean if, hey, the dirtier you get left the area, the healthier you became? You're like, so if I leave crumbs and dust everywhere, I'm going to become healthier? Yeah. Will you guys actually clean? I think most of you, if you learned that that's the case, would actually probably stop cleaning, because don't you now view and associate health, good, positive health, as a good thing? So wouldn't you want to do more things that give you positive health? Do you guys understand that if we've removed the bad from something, if there's no negatives to having a place dirty, if everyone now viewed it as, oh, wow, your place is dirtier than mine, that means you must be healthier because I know it brings positive health. You understand, we could completely flip the world. So it means most of us wouldn't clean anymore. The majority of us operate in this world by responding to the things that cause bad. I'm saying that that's not necessary once you learn all this knowledge. You don't need bad. You can choose to do so regardless. You create your own reasons. You don't need motivations. You know how to explore. You know how to create. You know how to do regardless. You just do. That's what reaching the world tree, the top of it, paradise, actually is, guys. You don't need the bad anymore. And the good, you don't need it either. But it certainly does help. It certainly does help. But you guys see, like, imagine if I only did these videos to try to heal people or stream, even if no one watches, doesn't matter. What if I only did them in response to bad happening? Because they protect me, they heal me, they change my focus, they change my reasoning, it's a path, right? It completely changed my path. It makes me just much more positive, makes me believe, makes me have hope, right? All these things that I'm saying here, all what I'm saying. But what if I only did that if bad happened? What if I needed that push? Well, that means that, or what if I always did it in response to that? That means I'm like, hey, you haven't streamed or done the video in like 3 weeks. Let's cause some bad today. And then he does it. Oh, got him. What if I wanted him to do it? Do you guys see? Do you guys get it? I'm saying it's not necessary. Because if you're only doing it because of these external motivations, these motivations that you have, that means that you have strings that are making you do. Some things you're not going to do anymore if you lose those. For example, just so people get it, like, I care a lot less about my appearance and about all this stuff if I'm not currently actively trying to date a girl. It just is. Because you know what? I'm like, at the end of the day though, like, she shouldn't she should respect me regardless. But if she doesn't, oh well. Do you guys see? Like, for me, it matters more if I'm trying to do that. But can I get to a point where I still care about myself sufficiently? What is my sufficiently? I decide, but I don't have to overdo it anymore. I just do it to a point where I'm satisfied with it, but I'm not doing it for others. Because what is doing it for others, guys? It changes your path. Is it always bad? No, I'm saying, like, I would heal even more if I had a kid right now and a girl. Like, I would teach more, I would guide more, because I know that I'm helping them directly. Do you guys understand? So that's a good thing. But still, what if I only did it because I had a girl and a kid? You have to find a way that you can still operate without that. If nothing matters, if you don't care, if all this stuff like that, it's necessary. And that's what I'm going to explain next. So, let's explore this. Is not caring the answer? What happens when we stop caring? What happens when we stop caring, guys? I'm telling you, I used to only do these videos and heal and stream and stuff like that because I cared to break all of you free, to heal all of you, to make you realize that you guys are so much better than you are. You are. I'm telling you. And how do I know that? Because I used to think that I was less. I used to think that I was inferior. I used to always compare and think that everyone else around me had it figured out. Just so you guys know, I think all of us can piece this one together. We always think other people know. When we look at them, we think that they have it figured out. We couldn't possibly consider that, wait, do they? Do they just make it seem that way? We, like, once in a while, we might think that, but we don't really sit with it. And I'm saying we either put other people above us. This is all of us until we break free of the string. We cut it. And we think they have it all figured out. Or the opposite occurs because we realize I've been devaluing myself for too much time. So when we do the opposite, what you're going to notice is now you're like, well, everyone else doesn't know. Everyone else is less. Everyone else can't figure it out. Everyone else is inferior. Everyone else isn't as good. Everyone else isn't as good looking. Everyone else isn't as smart. Well, you know, you see, like, so basically we can never be balanced. We either put other people above us or we put us above them. And I'm saying none of that matters. But we all use that to get to where we want to go. Anyway. That's just good things that I'm inserting. It's funny how the paths we're taking. So, not caring. It's not easy to not care. It's not. It's not, because there's a million things that matter to us because of our journey. Remember what I said? That's how they installed the strings in us. I mean, if you guys even think about it logically, just think about it as your family. Think about it as the animals or insects around you. Do you guys understand that if you see the same birds or flies or cockroaches or anything around you over and over again, that you start caring just a little bit, we call that attachment. I'm not saying, I'm just gonna stop there, but I just want you guys to understand that's how it works. If you give a background to something, if I give you more information, if I start messaging you right now on any social media and I share a little bit about myself, you care a little bit more. That's just how it works. Now you understand my reasons, you understand my mission, my storyline, you care a little bit more. You recognize me, you care a little bit more, okay? So how can we get to the point where we don't care anymore? Because that's how we defeat the strings. If you join me no longer caring about the strings, think about the strings as essentially the past, time travel that holds us back. Imagine you don't care about any of that anymore. All those strings that are pulling you back, oh, nope. Nope. How is that possible? How can we get to that? How could we get to that? Well, nothing that gets presented to us can matter. How can we get to that? Because if nothing matters, then we don't care. Do you guys understand? Like, if right now nobody watches this or nobody gets healed from this, that's where I was going. If no one gets healed from this or no one watches this, before that would frustrate me. Doesn't mean that it doesn't make me smile a little bit knowing that, oh, more people hopefully got something from this. That's awesome. Do you guys understand? I don't care anymore if it happens or not. But why don't I care anymore? Why does it not matter anymore? This is super important for everyone to listen and figure out, because if you can piece this together, you can defeat the strings that tie you, that prevent you from moving forward, that prevent you from doing, that prevent you from living, that prevent you from, when you reach the paradise, when you reach the top of the tree, from just moving forward and exploring further and not being disappointed or not being controlled. Is what if I told you guys that I realized that I don't seek change anymore, yet at the same time, that's all I would want. Because I'm telling all of you that if people actually studied this and deciphered this, they would change, they would heal, they would learn, they would grow. Maybe not 100%, but do you guys understand, even if they made 10% progress, how big of a dent and a blow in the battle against darkness? Yet, I have come to the point where I realize, I'm like, change is not possible. People are like, wait, what? Change is impossible. I don't believe it's possible anymore. For all my storylines, my paradise, why I heal, why I do, why I walk forward, every single thing that I try, every single thing that I actively do throughout the day, if I don't control 100% of the variables, which is almost nothing, by the way, if you guys think about it, anything that has anything external that we don't control, do you guys understand? I know people are like, oh, of course, focus on what you can. No, I mean literally. People are like, don't even understand how there's like maybe 2 things total in our life that we don't control everything about. Do you guys even understand? I'm talking about even just the path you walk in your own home or apartment. If there's anything else around you, any sounds, anything, do you guys understand? You don't even control that. So that means, what if I cared to like regain control of my entire path throughout the day? I don't believe that's possible anymore. Do you guys understand? I'm like, oh, they changed my path. Cool. Before I fought it so much, I battled against it every single day, nonstop. Doesn't mean that I just willingly, like, I'm like, you guys want to change my path today? I'm not saying you have to get to that point, but you guys understand? I don't believe it's possible anymore to fight back against that. I don't believe it's possible to do a stream or video or anything anymore without being seasoned. I used to try. Remember how I started this video, guys? I used to believe it was possible, that I can make every single choice without being seasoned. That means without them deviating or guiding my path. I don't believe that's possible anymore. I don't. Yet I'm still saying that I can choose every path. But I now know for a fact that they're always going to season me before I do anything that I'm about to try. Anything. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter how many blockades I put. It doesn't matter how many barriers or shields or protections I have in place. They will always find a way to present something, some kind of reminder of a string from my past, good or negative, to try to change my path even 1%. And because I told you guys, even though it's not installed, I've destroyed all the installed ones. I've cut all of them, and that's what I'm teaching you how to do right now, guys. The temporary ones still present themselves. And if they were an old one that they had installed, you understand it's powerful, but you can still grab it like this on top of your head and you throw it away. And that's it. But you understand those 10 seconds will affect your path, because now you're also going to be more cautious. And it will change how you walk. I used to fight that so hard. I used to believe that it was possible to change that. And now I don't.